If you are losing hair, taking supplements, following your thyroid medication routine, and your doctor keeps saying it's normal, I want to show you a perspective that almost no one is talking about. Before we begin, please note that this information is for educational purposes only. It is based on orthomolecular iodine research and indexed clinical bibliographies. This does not constitute medical advice. The following protocol is an educational summary of existing research. It is a suggestion for study, and you should always talk to your doctor before starting any new supplementation. For over 150 years, this was considered the gold standard for human health, but today it has been practically erased from modern medical textbooks. In 1811, iodine was discovered by Bernard Courtois. By 1829, Dr. Jean Lugol created the ideal combination of potassium iodide and elemental iodine. This solution became known as the Swiss Army knife of medicine. It was used to treat asthma, ulcers, and inflammatory conditions like gout and lupus. A Nobel laureate, Albert St. Georgi, once said that in his time, iodine was a universal remedy. If you don't know where, what, and why, prescribe Ki. But after World War II, a flawed study called the Wolff-Chaikoff effect sparked widespread fear of iodine. This led to iodine being removed from many parts of our food supply, even from bread where it was commonly used until the 1980s. Today, your body is under a kind of biological siege. Iodine belongs to a group called halogens, and in the modern world it has three aggressive competitors: bromide, fluoride, and chlorine. Bromide is found in pesticides, plastics, flame retardants, and even that new car smell. It is considered highly toxic. Fluoride is found in toothpaste, tap water, medications, and even teas like green and black tea. Chlorine is present in treated water, swimming pools, and cleaning products. These substances compete with iodine at the cellular level. They can interfere with how your body absorbs and uses iodine. The common belief is that iodine is only for the thyroid, but the thyroid stores only a small portion of the body's iodine. Other tissues like the breasts, ovaries, prostate, and brain also rely on iodine. Some research suggests that maintaining adequate iodine levels may support overall health, including immune function, detox processes, hormonal balance, and mental clarity. However, increasing iodine intake too quickly can cause temporary reactions in some people. This is why medical guidance is essential. Some approaches discussed in research include the use of companion nutrients such as selenium, magnesium, and vitamin C. There are also discussions around hydration and mineral balance to support the body's natural detox pathways. Estimates vary, but some protocols suggest that achieving adequate iodine levels may take several months or longer depending on the individual. Many people report feeling more energetic and balanced as their nutritional status improves. We are often told that fatigue, hair loss, and hormonal changes are just a normal part of aging, but there may be deeper nutritional and biochemical factors worth exploring. The key is education, awareness, and making informed decisions about your health. If this perspective resonates with you, take it as a starting point for your own research and conversations with your healthcare provider. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.